Hello students, welcome to the business communication class with me Adela Samuel, Head Department of Accounting and Finance. In today's class we are going to see the guidelines to effective communication. The guidelines to effective communications, there are 7 C's that we have to remember. 7 C's which help in the process of effective communication. So the 7 C's are: number 1 is clarity. Number 2, completeness. Number 3, conciseness. Number 4, consideration. Number 5, correctness. Number 6, concreteness. And number 7, courtesy. These 7 help the sender to convey the information in the right sense to the receiver of the message. So these 7 C's are the basic guidelines for effective communication. The first one is clarity. What is clarity? Clarity means you, as the sender of the message, will deliver a specific message. Your message should have a very specific goal. So rather than trying to say too many things at the same time, make sure that you state clearly what you want to convey to your audience. So what is the meaning of clarity? It is in clear terms, you have to convey the information to the audience or to your receiver clearly. That is what is called as clarity. So whatever question there might arise from the information you send across, all those information should be clarified when you're giving some kind of a message to somebody. So after you convey the message, they should not have any doubt, or you should not keep them guessing of what it can be or what it might be. So clarity means when you're sending a message, everything should be given clearly. That is what is the meaning of the term clarity. This is the first way of how communication can be effective. The second C is the completeness. Completeness means the communication must be complete. It should convey all facts required by the audience. The sender of the message must take into consideration the receiver's mindset and convey the message accordingly. So what here it says is the message that you're going to convey should be not only clear, but it should also be complete. All round information should be given to the receiver of the message. Only then they will be able to get the message in the right sense. So completeness is also another C that is very important when communicating some information. For example, if you want your client to book a hotel accommodation for you, what you need to do is you have to tell them where you're going to stay, what kind of a hotel accommodation you need, how many days you need the accommodation, and what kind of a room you need, or what kind of a food you might eat, or how you're going to pay for the hotel accommodation. Every detailed information has to be given to your client so that they will book a hotel accommodation for you. Okay, so that is the meaning of the word completeness. Complete all-round information should be given so that the other person who receives the information will not have any problem understanding the information that you are sending. So that is called as completeness. The third C is conciseness. What is conciseness? It means communicating what you want to convey in least possible words without forgetting the other C's of communication. It is both time saving as well as cost saving. So what do you mean by this term conciseness is that when you're communicating information, you need not talk a lot of things to convey some simple matter, but in a very short manner, a small sentence will be very enough to convey the information clearly. Okay, so bringing in lot of high funda words and giving a lot of unnecessary words and going and round and to convey some simple information is not required at all. So when you're writing a communication to another business or you're conveying some information to your customers, very simple and short the message should be. That is what is called as conciseness. There are two factors that affect conciseness usually. One is called as tautology, okay, which means use of unwanted meaningless words in a sentence. And another factor that is there is pleonasm, which is the use of words unnecessarily. So these two factors will affect the process of conciseness in communication. So that has to be always avoided. Unwanted meaningless words should be avoided and use of unnecessary words should also be avoided when you're trying to convey some information. That is called as conciseness. The fourth C is consideration. Consideration implies setting into the shoes of others. That is, effective communication must take the audience into consideration. The audience viewpoint or the background, mindset, education level of the audience should be taken into consideration. So they always say you have to consider the U factor. U factor means you have to consider the person whom you are conveying the message to, the receiver. You have to think from their point of view, whether they will understand your message, whether they will be able to interpret what you're trying to tell them. That has to be understood clearly. The U factor should be understood clearly and then you go in for conveying the information. So for example, if you take, there are two cable operators who give these messages. Okay, like the first cable operator says, you have failed to pay the dues for the month of July. And the second cable operator says, the dues for the cable connection for the month of July is not paid. So which you think will be better? Which will attract the customer's attention? When you go and tell a person, you have failed to pay. Instead of saying it like that, when you say, the bill is not yet paid, which will be taken better from a customer's point of view? The second operator's information would be taken better. So such kind of a attitude has to be maintained when you go in for conveying some kind of an information to the other person. That is what is called as consideration, considering the other person. Fifth one is correctness. Correctness or accuracy. Correctness here means maintaining the quality of accuracy or correctness in the communication process. The details of the message should be accurate and the message should not have any grammatical errors. So when you're going to convey some information to your customers or to another business person, whatever information you give, it should be correct. It should be accurate. Correct information only you should give. You cannot give any false information to your customers or to your business people. So it should always be the right message that you are sending across. Another thing about correctness is that it should always be grammatically correct. When you're using English words or when you're using some other language, the grammatical errors should not be present in case of a conveying some information. So making any mistakes will cause a problem in the flow of communication. So that has to be made very sure when you're trying to convey some information. Correctness has to be maintained. Sixth one is called concreteness. Concreteness. It means it is an aspect of communication that means being specific, definite and vivid rather than giving vague and general explanations. A concrete communication uses specific facts and figures. So what is this concreteness? Concreteness means giving relevant and exact facts. That is very important in case of concreteness. Okay, so when you give vague explanation, something out of your imagination, you're giving some vague and general explanations will not be possible in case of business communication. When you're talking to somebody, it's okay, but when you're giving a business communication procedure is going on, communication is happening, then in that case, concrete information, facts, this is whatever is correct, whatever is the truth, facts should be given. Facts and figures. When you say figures, correct information, like if you're taking some statistical data, correct information should be given. So concreteness is another information that is very important in case of business communication. Take for example, if you say a newspaper is giving you information like this year the 12th result was better. That is the sentence that they're giving. So where is the concreteness? What is the fact that you're saying? From what it was better? How better it is? Nothing we can understand. So when you're giving information, you should say this year the 12th result was very good compared to the previous year, or this particular year compared to this particular 2012 or 2015. So it's compared to this year's result was better. Like that, they have to give concrete information or facts and figures. That is what is considered as concreteness. The last C is courtesy, being courteous. Courtesy is the respect that we show to others. While sending the message, we should be polite, sincere, enthusiastic, and reflective. Courteous messages are not at all biased. Okay, so being very courteous, being very polite and sincere when you're answering a question or when you're giving some information is very important. Being very courteous is one of the very important things when you're communicating. You cannot be angry when you're communicating information. You cannot be arrogant when you're communicating information. So nobody will listen to you. You cannot shout at people to give your information. So you have to definitely be courteous, polite, and sincere when some information is given to the customers or to the businessmen. So that is another guideline for communication, being courteous. So these are the 7 C's that is present to communicate information to the from a business point of view. So we have studied these 7 C's relating to guidelines for effective communication. If you want to effectively communicate some information, you have to be very clear in your information. You have to be complete in your information. You have to give correct information. You have to be concise in your information. You have to consider the other person. You have to be concrete in giving information and facts, and you also have to be very courteous in giving the information. So these are the 7 guidelines that you need to remember in case of communication. Thank you very much, students. I hope you liked and enjoyed this session on the topic guidelines to effective communication. Thank you.